What's going on, motivators? We got another video. We got to talk about New York buyer's remorse. The honeymoon is over. People want a pound of flesh from Mamdani. Let's get into these people. They're so hopeful. Mamdani, he did such a great job. They're touting the great victory that he had. We always say, at the end of the day, socialism promises a lot and it doesn't deliver. He placed himself above Congress as a national leader and he has not even taken office yet. These people are cuckoo. What is this old gentleman talking about? All he did was run a campaign where he lied to people. That's it. He touted a whole bunch of free stuff and everybody is, yes, he won. But like I always say, karma is coming. It's coming. I don't know how they didn't represent her. I think the question would be, how they did not represent you when they were in there and doing pretty much all the stuff for the city. So probably representation have to mean that they were not providing free stuff, maybe. So it's all about free stuff with those people. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I love Mamdani. He's the best. He ran an amazing campaign. Fought Cuomo and Adams. And yeah, I'm super happy about it.
Apparently, Mamdani supports DSA. So supposedly we don't want that. But, you know, Trump said we would vote for Mamdani. He coming. Oh, we don't want that.
Probably everybody knew, and Trump was right. But it is what it is. They're about to find out.
It is a huge historical moment. Like, I didn't expect to see someone who looks like my brother in City Hall.
I am elated. I'm elated.
I'm pretty sure they're elated. But here comes the bad news. The honeymoon period is over. It's over. Now they're yelling at him and screaming.
Listen to this.
Mamdani, where have you been? Starving workers are starving. They need your help. Where are you now? I know you're looking at me. Come over.
Where are you now? Workers are starving. Here's the thing with socialism. A lot of promises. Promises made, promises do not keep, right? Because if they were kept, they wouldn't be shouting right now. They want their pound of flesh.
Workers have been on hunger strike for the past 6 days to end the 24-hour workday. And Mayor Mamdani's only response...
But they have got to take the talk down.
Last time there was a hunger strike at City Hall for taxi workers, Zohran Mamdani hunger strike with them. So where is he now?
We started this hunger strike last Wednesday. We've now completed 7 full days of being without food, one of the most basic elements of dignity. And the consequences we have seen in our own bodies, you know, an inability to sleep, unrelenting hunger, moments of blurred vision, stress, headaches. These are the same consequences that I heard drivers talk about when they say what the physical realities are of being hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, unable to take care of your family and seeing no way out. So it's important for us as legislators to bring...
And again, it's very easy for Mamdani to go ahead and say those things because during that time frame, he needed people's vote. He would do anything for that vote. Sit, sleep, and everything.
It is the 12th day of our hunger strike. The 12th day where we have deprived ourselves of the most basic elements of human dignity. And over the course of these 12 days, we have found our bodies growing weaker. We have found ourselves suffering from headaches, from dizziness, from blurred vision. We have seen ourselves lose more weight.
Right there, he was still Timo Mamdani. He was basic. Now that he's mayor, I'm not doing that crap anymore. People need to know this. I'm on a different level now. You give me your vote. I ain't going there in the trenches with you anymore. These people lost their minds. This is Mamdani to them. These people got to learn.
Than we have ever thought we could. And we have found ourselves feeling the symptoms of this debt crisis. Because when you talk to drivers and you ask them what it feels, direct results of what this debt crisis has been. And there are many people who have said that what we are doing is too extreme. that to put ourselves on hunger strike is not the right way to.
Plain and simple. He is not going out there for this young lady anymore. He's not going out there for anyone. Mamdani is the king of New York right now. The king don't go in the trenches. This is not coming to America. He made it already.
When immigrant women of color need him most.
Well, here is the thing you're not paying attention to. He's gotten your vote already. He doesn't have to he doesn't have to pander to you anymore. There is no more pandering because he got your vote. These silly people don't understand how politicians work. They bind you and they convince you that they're the right ones. They're the right ones. And then once you voted for them, then they drop you like flies. They're like, oh, yes, you should be for people like me, people of color. Guess what? Mamdani knows who he's for. Mamdani is for the Muslims mostly. They have the call to pray in New York. Just touted, why you not here for me? Who knows what's going on? The idea with those Democrats, they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Always asking people to do stuff for them for free. And then they end up voting for them and nothing happens. They crying out to him, and where is he at? He hasn't come to a mic yet. He's still trying to get more money from the rich so that he can pay off people like this.
Welcome to Mayordom in New York City. They want Mamdani to go now on the hunger strike with them, Lauren.
Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
No, this was only going to go one of two ways when he got elected. Either he was going to go back on a lot of these really extreme ideas because they're not able to be implemented, or he was going to go full bore toward the progressive left, and there's not left enough that you could possibly go to appease those people.
That is true. Those people, no matter what you do for them, they're always going to need something else. They always want more. And that's a problem with the left for the most part. The left always wants more, especially the progressive left. Nothing is never good enough. Nothing is good enough.
I think he's trying to do some of the crazy policies. Some of them are not working out, but this is the base. These are his people, and he would have been right there with them hunger striking if it was a few months ago.
Yes, he would have been.
Again, these people are insane. They don't know what they're asking for. They want him to go out there in a hunger strike with them, and he's not showing up. I wonder why. I wonder why these people, they keep doing the same thing over and over again. While they're getting played by the Democrats, their cities are getting ran down. Why do they keep follow the same thing over and over again? It makes no sense to me.
There is something special in this room tonight. Power. It's the power of hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers united to fundamentally reimagine what is possible in New York City. Now, there are some who oppose that vision. Billionaires have poured millions of dollars into this race because they say that we pose an existential threat. And I am here to admit something. They are right. We are an existential threat to billionaires who think their money can buy our democracy. We are an existential threat to a broken status quo that buries the voices of working people beneath corporations. And we are an existential threat to a New York where a hard day's work isn't enough to earn you a good night's rest. And we are absolutely an existential threat to disgraced politicians like Andrew Cuomo, who diminish public trust, harass women.
Again, this is what they asked for. This is what they wanted. And the billionaires and millionaires are leaving. These people, I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But that's what they wanted.
The fact that all the billionaires got together to pay to not get him elected. And to me, that was the most salient point. The city is not affordable. And a lot of the wealthy people have moved to states like Florida where there's no income tax and things like that.
Why do you think they would move to Florida with a state of no income tax? These people are this is so easy to understand, but they're making it so difficult. Who would want their money to be taxed to non-existence? Who would want that? If you have money, you want to keep it. And if you have avenues to make you keep your money, why would you not take those avenues? Rather just stay under someone who's going to tax you to death. Who in their right mind would stay in a system like that? I know I wouldn't. I would try to go to the state where I am being taxed the least. The only reason why I'm staying in California because of dual income, it makes sense. If I went to a different state, dual income, it would not make sense for me right now in my situation. That's the reason why I'm staying in California. It's balanced out. If it didn't make sense, I would have left a long time ago because the taxes are so friggin' high. But why would they say something like that? These people make me, I don't know what's going on.
And maybe that does hurt the city, but the reality is we need to build the middle class back into the cities. But he can't overtax the wealthy because they will leave, and we do.
But guess what? He did already. He overtaxed them. He is trying to. We all seen the video.
When I ran for mayor, I said I was going to tax the rich. Well, today, we're taxing the rich. I'm thrilled to announce we've secured a pied-à-terre tax, the first in New York's history. This is that everyone stays in the city and that we have room for others to join us. What we often speak about is that the revenue that we would use from this increased taxation, it is to increase the quality of life of the same city that we all call home.
That middle class wealthy to stay. So he's got to do it smart. He can't just, so I hope he does. And Cuomo, I just couldn't deal with him.
And this is what kills me about this. This woman sounds very intelligent. She sounds very intelligent that she knows what's going to happen to the city if such things was to happen. But yet she's still voting for this guy. She still voted for him. And now they're biting. Now they're living with the consequences now. Some of them are angry because you will never be able to please socialists and people with these crazy ideas because they don't want to work. They don't want to work for the things that they have. They just want things to be free, handed down to them. Nowhere to be seen. I'm telling you, these people, hey, you reap what you sow. And karma is a hell of a thing. Karma is a hell of a thing.
Again,
I look forward to actually competent people in power. I look forward to the rich not being catered to. I look forward to a more diverse cabinet.
He defeated former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Lee.
All right, at the end of the day, something simple. A lot of remorse, a lot of regrets, a lot of buyer's remorse right now, voters' remorse, because Mamdani is not delivering on the things that he said he would. I feel bad for those people, but I really don't. I really do feel bad for the percentage of New Yorkers, 47%, who voted against Mamdani, and they have to live through this. And probably some of them are like, they're shaking their heads right now into why did those people not listen? But again, sometimes the only way you could make people learn is that they have to leave. They have to live the same lifestyle you're telling them don't do. They have to go ahead and find out for themselves. Until they find out for themselves, they will never learn. It's an unfortunate part of life, but people fall into it all the time. So let me know what you think inside the comments. All right, motivators, if you enjoy what you see and heard, please like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe to A Black Veteran's Perspective. Stay motivated.